The problem with that is we've already seen so much rain over the past, several days. So we're going to be adding to that, and that could lead to a flooding issue for some of us. Today, because we've had the rain, we've had the clouds, temperatures well below normal. We only made it to 78 degrees, the normal being 91, the record being 103 degrees. But looking at our WFA weather alert day, those numbers are probably going to be staying below normal for the next couple because the rain's just not going to go anywhere anytime soon. We're still expecting more rain late this evening, overnight, and into tomorrow morning. So rainfall totals will end up anywhere between 2 to 4 inches, but we could still see isolated higher amounts than that. So just make sure that you stay updated with the latest forecast. Have a way to receive any warnings that could come out, especially maybe some flash flood warnings. That will certainly be a possibility over the next several hours. Right now, there's a flood watch for central and eastern parts of North Texas through tomorrow evening because of the additional rainfall that we're expecting. These are rainfall totals since this past Sunday. Almost 4 inches in Canton, a little over 3 inches in Terrell, 2.45 in Dallas, and almost 3 inches there in Waxahachie. But again, we're still expecting additional rainfall all the way through this weekend. So looking at our Clyde Warren Park camera, it's overcast. It's dry across parts of at least downtown Dallas, but it certainly looks like it wants to rain. And the clouds keeping those temperatures on the cooler side. We're only at 70 degrees in Greenville, 73 in Dallas, 78 in Decatur, and where it's currently not raining. We're at 85 in Breckenridge and 84 right now in Mineral Wells. Overnight tonight, we're expecting to keep the clouds around, a chance of rain and storms, and temperatures drop down into the upper 60s and low 70s, which is pretty normal for this time of year. What's not normal is the fact that we're expecting highs tomorrow to be back into the 70s and low 80s, the normal being 91. We're forecasting a high of 82 in Dallas, but just 78 in Greenville, 78 in Athens, and the farther west you go, where rain chances will be a lot less, that's where we have highs back in the mid and even some upper 80s. So satellite and radar showing most of the rain today on the eastern sides of the Metroplex. That is lifting off to the north. Zooming in a little bit closer, we do have some light rain in between Greenville, Terrell, and around Kaufman. You can see that one thunderstorm just east of Jacksboro. That really hasn't moved over the past half hour or so. And then zooming in a little bit closer, we're seeing the heavier rain in between Bonham, Commerce, Sulphur Springs, and Paris. Again, that is also lifting north into eventually Oklahoma. So now our future cast is actually showing that, 7 o'clock this evening, yes, we're still going to have some rain and storms around. The coverage may become a little bit greater overnight tonight. So this is midnight. And it looks like most of the Metroplex will be seeing the rain and storms. And then eventually the heavier rain and storms will move off into eastern parts of Texas once we get into late tomorrow morning with an isolated shower. Still a possibility in the afternoon, but it looks drier than not. So I think we keep the clouds around. Temperatures will be a little bit cooler. By the time we get into Thursday night into Friday morning, here comes another wave of showers. I think a lot of that would be pretty light, and then most of the day on Friday does look dry, but I expect us to stay mostly cloudy with more rain chances arriving as we get into the weekend. So for tonight, we're staying cloudy, scattered showers, some heavy at times. Temperatures drop down into the upper 60s. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly cloudy. There could be a low chance of rain during the day. The higher chances will be early in the day. And then this weekend, keeping at least a 30% coverage of rain and storms Saturday and even on Father's Day. Looking at the second half of that 14-day, it is trending drier. And with the trending drier, temperatures are also trending warmer. Jason, back to you.